Hey y'all, it's Ashley with another layout for May 2014 Hip Kit Club. I'm starting off with a white background and I'm going to make this a little bit of a mixed media layout for today. So I took a stencil that I have in my stash and I am using modeling paste and just taking a little craft knife or a palette knife, I'm sorry, and just spreading that across. I don't want it to be perfect, but I don't want it to be too thick either. So I'm just trying to kind of give a little bit of some texture around the area of my focal point. I already know that my focal point will be right there in the center. Now I did dry that a little bit longer. It seemed like I dried it for like a second and then it was magically dried, but I actually did dry it for a little bit longer, but I didn't think it was necessary to show you guys that. So I'm taking these. Okay, so I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I think it's gouache paint. I got them from Marshalls, like really, really cheap, and they're super pigmented. When you mix them with water, they almost come off. You can probably make them more like a watercolor, but you can make them like a very pigmented paint as well. And I love that about those. So it's not quite as thick as acrylic paint and it's not as thin as watercolor. I've seen Wilna use these a lot. I think hers are probably a lot nicer. I just mixed the white that came in it with some of the yellow, with the yellow, the pink, and the green, and just kind of brushed that across the page. Now I'm taking those American Crafts roller stamps and I went ahead and gone across my page with the heart one, and I love those. That came in the stamp add-on, and I love that was Kimberly's choice this month because it gives so much texture when you roll that across your page for the background of your layout. So I went ahead and took about an inch, about a half an inch maybe off the each edge of the page. That way I can go ahead and adhere it to another piece of pattern paper, and this happens to be, I believe it's Amy Tangerine. American Crafts Amy Tangerine, and I'm just kind of lifting up the corners of the pages, the side of the page, just for some added texture. Now, I don't really do that a whole lot because I just don't feel like it turns out very good, but I did end up really, really liking that. So, in the end, I really and really, really like the layout, the final layout, I guess. So I'm taking this Heidi Swapp Favorite Things paper, and I love the other side, but I think the blue will give a good contrast. So I've also taken two pattern papers from that Snippets book that we got from Basic Gray. I've taken my picture and went ahead and matted on one of those pink paisley frames that came in our kit. And now I've taken two just random cuts that I have that I've bought. I think I'm not real sure where I bought this from. Maybe 2Ps. I'm not too sure. Everything but those two cuts are from the kit. And I'm going to go ahead and pop up my entire focal point on Pop Dots. So I think I've touched everything else. I am going to roughly put those on, set my picture down because I know that's where I want that. I love those frames that came in the kit, but note to self, I next time need to mark where I'm going to cut the picture because I went ahead and put the frame on the picture and those were really sticky, and so I had a lot of trouble cutting down my picture, so some of the photo paper is sticking out from the edge, but you can't really see it. So I've taken some of those chipboard pieces from the Basic Gray Highline collection that we got in our kit, our embellishment add-on, and I've also taken I believe, is that a sticker or, well, let's talk about the thickers. The thickers are Amy Tangerine Cal Barteschi thickers. And here's another piece from the Highline collection. These arrow pieces are both from that collection. I think all of those chipboard pieces that I've used are from that same collection. I love that, and I'm getting pretty close to using that up. And then I'm going to take a few chipboard pieces from the Pink Paisley collection, including these corner pieces, and set those just to kind of give a little bit more interest to the frame. I just put them in each one or two in two of the corners. So, and then a few more of those chipboard pieces. This is going to be a really, really quick layout. I'm getting really close to being done. I'm going to add, of course, India ink. Why not? And then I'm going to pretty much finish up the page. I also added some really rough sewing. Well, my sewing would be rough anyway, but I kind of went along with it and just tried to make it look really, oop, mistake right there. I tried to make it look imperfect, and so I think I accomplished that. And then I just cleaned up the photo when I dropped my Indie ink. So here are the final photos. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll have one last the last photo will be the full picture of the layout so that you guys can see it one more time. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. Bye.